nerds, and welcome back to Speed Build Sundays. Today we are going to be building a real life skinny house that is actually marked as a historical landmark in New York City. At least that's what I read. I am going to go ahead for this build and just give you the history on the house because I think it's pretty interesting with the history behind this odd shaped skinny house. And then I will kind of explain some building issues that I found in this build that you will see throughout the video. And then I'll just end my blabbering from there. Built in 1932, this 10-foot wide skinny house is located in Washingtonville neighborhood of Mamaroneck, New York. The builder, Nathan T. Seeley, was one of New York's first African-American builders. Nathan and Lillian Seeley moved to the Washingtonville neighborhood, and by 1925, Seeley and his brother Willard founded Seeley Brothers, Inc., a construction company that aimed to build homes for African Americans with its mission statement, "Every colored man needs a home." Waves of Southerners started moving north as part of the Great Migration, and Seeley's business was thriving. The brothers purchased 11 lots within the Washingtonville neighborhood and built several homes. Nathan Seeley's own house was a 7-room home that he had designed and built in 1926 on Grand Street for him and his family. In 1929, however, the stock market crashed and would leave few Americans, let alone working class workers, in a position to afford a home. Seeley's once thriving business now crumbled and went bankrupt. Nathan also lost his 7-room home. Seeley's next-door neighbor, however, had one of the biggest acts of kindness in this difficult situation. Panfino Santaleglo generously gave him a 12.5-foot by 100-foot strip of land, and this is the land that the Westchester tiny skinny house sits on. He carefully constructed the skinny house using salvaged materials. He had limited money, so he salvaged and recycled everything from railroad ties to windows to banisters, even a chicken coop to incorporate into his house, which was 37 feet long. Mr. Seeley died in 1962. His family continued to live happily in the home, and they occupied it until 1986. The skinny house was sold to the daughter of the very man that gave them the 12.5-foot strip of land to build on. This house is pretty interesting, and that is why I decided to build it. The pictures I have are pretty limited to the inside, so I did the best I could. When I was looking for floor plans, I don't know if somebody ended up renovating it somehow or something, but in one of them it said it was a 2-bedroom, but this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom lot. So I went ahead and went with the 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom and kind of built the rooms around there. I will be showing the pictures of the outside and some of how the floor plan goes from what I found on the internet. Hopefully it's correct, since I did have that discrepancy of 1 or 2 bedrooms. But I will show those all up in the left-hand corner like I normally do, so you can go ahead and follow along. So some of the things that I had issues while building this house with is, first, I picked a lot that was way too tiny in the sim, so I moved it a total of 2 times, and you will see that. There is this little entrance area to the cellar, and when you go to the side view of the home, it has a very weird look to it because it's kind of like disconnected from the home itself, and it's got this really weird roof shape. And I couldn't quite figure out how to get the roof shape correctly because the end piece looks like it's a little bit more elevated than where mine is at. I didn't quite know how to do it, so it looks a little lower, and I think it looks a little odd, but I wanted to keep it just to stay true. I don't have all of the pictures for all sides of the house, so I kind of put window placements randomly. kind of on the back of the house, and then on the right side of the house, as you will see, I really had to play around with the porch area because I couldn't quite get it right. And then I had to fiddle around with the how do I want to say it, with the width of the home to make it a little more functional. In the floor plan, there is on the first floor in the back of the house a little pantry area. I decided to turn that into kind of a laundry room area, so it was a functional area instead of like just a pantry. So that's one change I had done. I think the kitchen is a little different than what it's probably inside, but again, I didn't have very many pictures to go off of. I maybe had a picture of just a smidge of each room, so I went off of what I had found. The second floor is just kind of, I put down some knitting stuff, and I put down a small fireplace and a rocking chair just to fill the space, because everything else just seemed too big, especially with the stairs that I had to put in. The second floor does house the one and only bathroom that is in here. The third floor houses your bedroom. I tried to copy the picture that I had as close as I could. The picture that I have is just of a single bed, but I decided to put in a double bed because I had space. This is one of the times where I really wish we can put some woodworking in on the walls and extra stuff on the ceilings and stuff, just so I can get a little bit closer to what they have in there, because it'd be great to have woodworkings to make houses a little more interesting on the inside. That's just a wish. So you'll see those couple things, and in the layout area I saw that there was a little place for a closet, which I cannot see in the original pictures, but I went ahead and put it in there anyway. I tried to keep as much of the furniture kind of the same as I had seen it in the pictures, picking furniture and stuff that kind of matched it. So I got as close as I could with what I had to go off of. And this house was such a weird shape, it was kind of hard to really replicate it exactly, especially when I had limited photos. This is also one of the other times where I wish we had more roof decorations that I can put on, just to kind of match this a little bit better. The outside, I did not do much with the landscaping, because from pictures that I'm seeing, there wasn't much landscaping to begin with, and there was just bushes in the front and stuff. So I just kind of kept that, and I put trees around it, and I called it good. I really didn't do much for it. But all in all, despite some of the troubles that I had with this home, I think it turned out great. And I think I got it pretty close to what it was. The little entrance that I was talking about, it is actually an entrance to a cellar. I could use stairs, so I used the ladder to get down in there. From the layout pictures that I had seen, there's stairs that lead from the cellar into the kitchen area, but I was limited on space, so I couldn't do that. So the only entrance you have is from that outside entrance into the cellar. And down in this cellar, I put down a workbench, just kind of an ode to Nathan Seeley, the carpenter who built this house. I thought it was quite a nice touch. And then I just put a bookcase in the seating area, and then I do have an easel and some of the art decorations down there as well, because I thought it tied in very well and had a second hobby down there and not just a work table, just so I could fill space. So it wasn't just this empty, like, oh look, there's an empty room in the, in the bottom of this house. Like, that would have been weird. So that's what I filled it up with. And I think that's about all I'm going to blabber on about. But I really loved this challenge of building this really odd house. And I really, really fell in love with it, and I hope you guys did too. And as always, you can find this build and everything else that I have done pretty much in the gallery by searching my username Haiyuna, which is spelled exactly like my YouTube name. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you all again later. Bye-bye!